So in the first one, they're going to be, the first four, they're going to be four choices. You can either say acute, obtuse, right, or straight. And they're all, it's just based on looking at it. We're not going to measure it with a protractor or anything, okay? So an acute angle, I always think of it as a cute little angle, right, is less than 90 degrees. So it's less than 90 degrees, its measurement. Everybody understand that? An obtuse angle, I think of it as being a little fat, obese, obtuse. The measurement is greater than 90 degrees. Okay? A right triangle looks like an L. And most of the time, not in this picture though, it has a little box here. That is exactly 90 degrees. And a straight angle, if you have any line in a picture that measures, does anybody know?
180.
180. Very good. Angle, addition, postulate. Yeah, they have theorems and postulates and corollaries. You're going to see corollary is more of a duh, something that they tell you that's kind of a silly rule that everybody knows. Postulate uses corollaries, and then theorems uses postulates and corollaries, okay, to make a conclusion. Remember I told you we're going to talk about gossiping and making conclusions on everything? Well, the angle addition postulate is that if you have a picture, and let's say you have all these angles coming out of it, and let's name this angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. And let's name the whole thing angle 4. Well, the measurement of angle 4 is going to be equal to the measurement of angle 1 plus the measurement of angle 2 plus the measurement of angle 3. So in this picture, I would have to be given some measurements so that I could figure it out. And they'd have to give me in this picture the measurement of 1, 2, and 4, or 1, 2, and 3. They have to give me 3 of the 4. Or I have to be able to get 3 of the 4 to find the one that's missing, okay? Sometimes you subtract, sometimes you add. Just look at the picture and you can see where you are, okay? So, but in other pictures, there's some clues that'll help you through. Like if I have this, if I know that this angle here is 25 degrees, what do I know about the whole angle, this angle right here? It's a 90-degree angle, right? Huh? And this little box makes you conclude that. If it just looks like 90, you cannot conclude that it's 90, because it could be 89 or 91 or 90.5. How do you know, right? And it's hard to measure that. But you know that if the whole thing is 90, that equals, let's put an X here, X plus 25, the parts, right? So how would you find X? You would subtract 25 from both sides, and you would get, what is that, 65? Usually, if they give you a straight line, you can conclude that they measure 180, but they usually say they're opposite rays. So they'll say like A, B, C, and they'll say BA and BC are opposite rays. Remember rays? And then you can conclude, if they're opposite, you can conclude that measures 180. So if I have a bunch of angles that come out of here, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's name this guy 5. measurement of angle 5 equals the sum of 1, 2, 3, and 4.
They're always going to be angles less than something.
That means angle, not less than.
Oh.
Measurement of angle 4, measurement of angle 3, measurement of angle 2, measurement of angle 1 equals 5. But we also know that 5 adds up to 180 because it's on a straight line, okay? So if we're given 3 of these angles, let's say we're given 50, 60, and 20, we can figure out what angle 4 is because we'd be adding those up and subtracting them from 180, okay?
So we'd add all this 4 or add this 3?
And subtract from 180 because you know angle 5 is 180 because it's a straight line. So then you would do, that's 110, 130, 130 degrees when I add those 3 up, plus measurement of angle 4 equals 180. So now I subtract 180. And measurement of angle 4 equals 50 degrees. So QRS is 9x plus 2 according to this problem. WRS is this guy over here. Let's change the color. Is 3x plus 3. Everybody see that?
Oh, what's it?
And QRW is this guy over here. And that is 65 degrees. I just told you, now, Sarah, you're Sarah, right?
Yes.
Sarah, I just told you that if it's a straight line, it adds up to what?
180.
If it's an L, it adds up to?
90.
If it isn't, then the 2 little guys add up to the big guy. That's all I know. I don't really know anything else. So I'm just going to set it up. The big guy is the 9x plus 2. I'm going to change color on that. 9x plus 2 is the big guy, equals the 2 little guys.
So it's 65.
He's one of the little guys. So now you're going to let the math take you there, okay? We're going to move all the x's to the left, which when I cross the bridge over here, I subtract 3x and I get 6x. And the x's are gone, right? And I'm going to move all the numbers to the right, so I subtract 2 from over here. So what is 3 plus 65?
It would be plus 70.
Actually, what's 3 plus 65? 68 minus 2, 66.
11.
So x equals 11. Now we have to look at what they asked us. If they asked us, find x, you're done. But a lot of times they don't ask you that. And in geometry, you will find that you are answering a question, but you're not answering the question, okay? So here it says find the measurement. Oh, this says find x. So we found it. We're done.
That's it?
If it had said find the measurement of angle SRW, I have to go to SRW and type in and put in an 11 for x. So I would put 3 times 11 plus 3, which is 36 degrees.
So, I have a question.
Vertical angles are angles that are across each other on an x. Whenever you see the word vertical angles, you need to look for an x. So this guy here is going to be equal to this guy here. And I want you to look at me when I put 2 pencils up in the air. So on vertical angles, anybody that's opposite each other on an x, a straight x, they're equal to each other. So that gives us a ton of information. If I were to tell you that this angle here is 60 degrees, I know this guy's 60. Well, now I also know that this straight line, that these two add up to 180. So this guy has to be 120 and this guy has to be 120. So I just found all of the measurements just by getting one measurement. okay? So those are the conclusions that we're talking about. When you get clues, what can you conclude? Oh, if that's that, then this is that. If that's that, then this means this is this, okay? So you're making constantly in geometry. That's what you're doing. So here you've got an X in the picture. You've got to start learning how to look for X's. X's is a great way out of a problem. The way I look at geometry pictures is it's like, have any of you robbed a house?
Yeah.
You have?
I mean, no.
Oh,
Yeah. Say no.
I just got that on tape. Anyway, so if a robber is outside your house, what is his first job? To do what?
Get in.
He's got to get into the house, right? So when you're looking at a picture, you've got to get into the picture. It's like you're outside trying to get in, okay? And I'm saying, that's 81B. I don't know anything about. Oh, there's an X in the picture. That means that B equals 81 because they're opposite each other.
Yep.
Okay?